For the folks that don't know Carroll Shelby, how would you sum up the man?
If you don't know Carroll Shelby, I think you need to educate yourself a little. He's a crazy Texan chicken farmer, race car driver, life artist in general, a legend, of course, you know, and he left us with some of the coolest cars ever. Not only the Cobras, but the Daytona coupes, and everything he touched was pretty much a hit.
How's it going, everyone? My name is Adam and welcome back to Driven Nashville. If you happen to be new to the channel, we produce weekly enthusiast-driven car content, and today I have something extra special for you. If you happen to be a classic car fan, we are over here at 427 Garage in Carthage, Tennessee. The owners Marcus and Christina had us out to talk about a beautiful 1965 Shelby Cobra Mark III. And these are Superformance produced cars. These are factory-built cars. They are the next level versions. This isn't some inexpensive kit car. And in this review, we're going to not only demonstrate the car on a point of view drive, but we're also going to talk a little bit about what to look out for if you happen to be buying one of these. I'm going to bring Marcus, the owner, on camera here next, and hopefully you find some value in this video. If you do, give us a like, give us a comment, and share with somebody you think might be interested in the content. And thanks as always for watching. Let's get into that next clip. All right, guys, you ready to go on a drive? I don't know about you. I'm excited. Marcus here is going to start us out. So tell us a little bit about this particular car, my friend.
Well, this is a Superformance Cobra Mark III 427. It is powered by a 427 Windsor-based engine, around 500 horse, a little over 500. Fuel injected. It's got a 5-speed Tremec, sitting on 18-inch wheels. It's a 2018 build, beautiful color combo in a gray metallic called Grigio Silverstone with black twin stripes.
Nice.
All the Superformance Cobras actually have the original wheelbase, 90 inches, Smith gauges, you know, to be all original, nice wooden steering wheel. And the best thing is the fun driving. You know, that's actually the best part. You can't describe, you need to.
First impressions, guys, I will say, it's not as tight as I thought it'd be. We actually have a little bit of space here, which is good. We're not too buddy-buddy.
No, it's good, I mean.
And is this a 3-point harness or 4-point harness?
That's a 2-point harness. We die like real men.
All right, guys, here's a first impressions on a Shelby Cobra Mark III. I will tell you, the pedals are shifted to the left, and they are small. I feel like I should have worn my racing shoes today, to be honest with you. guys, this is Marcus. Marcus, thank you so much for having us out today. Really appreciate it. So, did you always want to be a Shelby dealer?
Not necessarily a dealer, but being a car guy, you grow up and you see the first Cobra as a kid, and then it's pretty much done. You fell in love, and I mean, I love those cars. They look great. It's a timeless classic. It doesn't get any better.
So this is a Superformance Cobra.
Yeah.
So what is the difference between this and, let's just say, a kit car of the world?
Well, this is pretty much the best thing you can get if you're looking for a high-quality factory-built car. This is the only car that is licensed by Shelby. All those cars are factory-built, so that means you cannot buy a kit. They all come fully assembled, painted, interior, wheels, everything is done to the highest quality standards, and then down the road the customer can decide what engine, what drivetrain, and he'll get a turnkey ready car delivered to his door.
Got it. So this is, tell me about this particular one and the difference between this one and the one that we have right here.
Yeah, well, this is basically, it's the same body and the same chassis. We have the Roadster, the street version, sitting here, versus the 427 SC, the semi-competition. Okay. The main differences are this one has no roll bar, no hood scoop, and no side pipes. It's got underbody exhaust.
Okay. Are those considered upgrades, or are those considered just a spec package?
No, it's literally the same car. It's a different model, you know. And if you
still
want,
a Mark III.
It's still a Mark III. It's the same chassis, everything, same dimensions. It's just it looks a little more like the street cars back in the day. This one, it looks more like the race version.
It does,
and you can mix and match too. If you want this one with side pipes, you know, you can do that. So that's no problem.
And the difference between this one has modern brakes, right? It has Wilwood brakes.
Yeah, they all have independent front and rear suspension. We have Wilwood brakes all around, adjustable shocks.
Got it.
So it really drives well. It's a car that you can daily drive if you want. You can go on the racetrack and outrun your buddies. You can just cross country, go long distance drives. They really hold up well.
If you daily drive this car, I give you mad props. You know, one of the things I wanted to show you guys real quick is this right here is the Mark II. Is that correct?
That is a Mark II. It resembles the 62 version. It's pretty much the car Carroll Shelby started out with, based on an AC Bristol. He put the 260 cubic inch Ford V8 in, and that was pretty much the start of the legendary Shelby Cobras.
When you're watching Ford versus Ferrari and at the very end he's ripping away, this is what he's driving, right?
This is the car. He drives it in the beginning too, the blue car.
That's right,
this is it. Super fun to drive. They have a little different setup than the 427 cars. Nevertheless, great drivers, a lot of fun. They have transverse leaf springs, tubular frames like the original cars.
Love it. All right, guys, let's have a little heart-to-heart. Let's just say this is the car for you. You always wanted one, your uncle had one, etc. It's 2022 right now. You got two options. You can buy a used one, or you could order one. So let's talk with Marcus for a second and get an idea of what that process might be like. So if I wanted to order this car right here,
that's a pretty easy process. If you want to order this car, we need to sit down. We have a base model. All those Mark III cars start at 65,000 roundabout.
Okay.
And then we can figure out colors, wheel options, interior options. You know, you can pretty much spec it out as you want it to be all original, or you can add some custom touches as well.
Okay.
Engine-wise, you can have anything from a little 302 carbureted up to a twin turbocharged or supercharged Godzilla, whatever you want. A really good drivetrain is one of the stroke Windsors, 427, 8-stack fuel injected. That is pretty much
so it's
one
pretty
of my
modern
favorites.
driving,
Yeah.
which is the one we actually took for a point of view today.
Yeah.
So it's not carbureted. Now this one is carbureted, correct?
This one is carbureted, old school, and just super fun to drive.
So let's just say I want to do that, okay? If I wanted to spec this car, this one's not 65 grand, right?
No. Well, it starts at 65 plus the options you take, and then plus the engine and drivetrain and installation. So you end up in the $100,000 range, depending on your options.
Yeah. And you know, like everything today with supply chain issues and all the BS, how long would it take to get?
Well, usually the build time for a Cobra right now is about a year.
A year?
Yeah,
Wow.
but we can split it up, you know, we order the car, it's being built, and then in the meanwhile we do the engine, and you get some pictures of the engine built and so forth. So we break the waiting time up in periods to make it easier on the customer. I know it's a long time, but when the car arrives, they're super happy. Usually people
Well, it's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
And do you require a deposit? Like, what's the deposit to get one of these?
To get one of those, it takes $5,000 to secure your build spot. That's it.
Okay. Is it refundable or non-refundable?
It is non-refundable.
Non-refundable. Okay.
You got to make a.
You got to make a commitment.
Yeah, you got to make a commitment.
Yeah. Okay. I got it.
Yeah.
And how many of these will you get in this year?
Well, we have several cars on order, and we still have open build slots for people who don't want to wait a year on either a Cobra or a GT40.
Just a couple, though, I believe.
And they're getting less and less. Yeah.
Got it. And if you want to skip the build time, this one's actually for sale right now, correct?
Yeah, this one is for sale.
This is actually the one we reviewed today, or that we drove today, guys.
It's a Mark III 427 SC.
You want to pop the engine real quick? Show the folks. Guys, I drove this car. It drives excellent. It's not as scary as you think. And that's, I think, one of the things I did want to mention on my conclusion here. So this is a 427 as well. So this is pretty much, now this isn't carbureted though, this is fuel injected, so this is more of a modern car.
Right, it's fuel injected as well. You just crank the key, push the button, off it goes. It's easy to live with and performs really, really well.
Right. And real quick, if you didn't know, these are not original Shelby Cobras. The original Shelby Cobras are going, we were talking about before, good million plus. Yeah. I think if you saw this car all original at Christie's at one of their auctions, if you got it for under $1.5 million, I think you got a fair deal based on what I've seen. These, of course, are rebuilt. They're replicas, but again, because they're Superformance, they're extremely well built. They ride good. I mean, they're just quality. Yeah. And everything is pretty much original to the factory, right? I mean.
Well, yeah, I mean, they have original wheelbase. We don't stretch wheelbase or make them wider.
Right.
They look comical, in my opinion.
Right.
We want to keep the shapes too close to original as it gets.
And everybody thinks this is fiberglass. This is actually aluminum, right? Or could be aluminum.
This is fiberglass. You can have aluminum as well.
Is that one also fiberglass?
That's all fiberglass.
So aluminum is a big upcharge?
Aluminum would be a big upcharge. You have to make a decision if you want to drive it and enjoy it and not worry about it. Always go with fiberglass. If you're a collector and you want something special, aluminum is a great option.
If I wanted aluminum, how much more am I going to have to spend?
A little more. You can probably buy 3 of those.
Really?
Yeah.
So $300,000. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But it all pays back in the end. You know, they hold their value really good, like those do as well. It was a good investment in the past, and I think it will be in the future.
Yeah, I mean, during COVID and everything, these actually have gone up in value, right?
Yeah.
But pretty much with everything?
Yeah.
Do you think these aren't serialized, right? They can make as many as they want or as many as that people want to build, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They can.
The Superformance been around, what, like 15, 20 years now?
Superformance started in '94. I've built quite a bit and good quality.
Did they give you some paperwork, license paperwork, you know, when you
get when you order a new car, you get the paperwork that comes with it, and you can look yourself up. All the cars are in the World Registry, Shelby Registry.
Nice.
And even the early cars, this is a 2008 blue cars for sale as well, carbureted version.
Right.
They hold up the value pretty good. So I had very, very early cars I sold to customers, and even high mile cars still, pop in and go. They're easy to maintain. They don't need much, and they really hold up great. So we've got customers with close to 100,000 and more miles. You can just go and drive. That's what they're made for.
Sure. I mean, at the end of the day, they're Ford power plants.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed our point of view drive. Hope you enjoyed our montages. Brian always crushes it. Thank you so much for watching. If you took a minute out of your day to check out our content, we really appreciate Marcus and Christina having us out today. I absolutely love driving this car, and I will say, I was going into this review thinking this is going to be even scarier than the Gen 2 Viper that I used to own, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. The pedals are really shifted over to the left. You do have to wear smaller shoes. You know, you don't want to wear your big old boots when you drive this thing. But once you get past just the overall pedal and just the feeling of the car, shifting it was great. You know, you just have to make sure you watch the throttle. You don't want to full throttle first gear, right, and throw yourself around and spin into a tree. But outside of that, I thought it was very approachable, easy to drive. I enjoyed it, and it's just really fun to check it out. So thank you so much for watching again, and we look forward to seeing you on the next review. That's it for me, guys. I think we'll probably have a drone flyaway here. It was great to come out to Carthage, Tennessee today, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Talk to you later.